Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Wait, let me just open the chat. Who's in the house tonight? This time I set it up a bit more professionally because now I can't open the chat box here in Cubase. It will always close when I try to change something here, so I have my phone with the live chat here. I'm not sure if I can see all the messages though. Let's see. Yeah, now it should work. Can you hear me well? Let me know in the chat. Was your voice panned all the way to the left? Intentional. Is it panned now? The problem is I've got some bad news right now because yes, I can only hear you on my left ear. That's a problem. Let's see. Yeah, the problem was I actually used a plugin to transfer the sound from Cubase to OBS where I stream. But exactly before the stream it stopped transmitting the sound, and I don't really know why. I even wrote our sound guy with the question how to set up the stream like that, because apparently Cubase isn't considered Windows sound, so it doesn't get transmitted into OBS, and you need special plugins for that. And my plugin doesn't work. I don't know why. So this time I just use my mic and the speaker. I thought maybe this way you could hear something, but apparently you have the pan sound. If we can hear the music on the right, it should be fine, I guess. I wish I knew about the plugins. Don't worry, I think it's some internal problem with my PC laptop. There was one more plugin, and I actually wanted to use it instead, but it cracks all the time when you play something. It's a bit worse than the other one, so it didn't work. I can use the microphone of my laptop, but I think the sound will be much worse, but we can still try. Let's see. Let's try. If it doesn't work, then we will do something else today, and then which one was that? This one. I think you should be. I think you should hear me well now. Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me now? It's not that bad, to be honest. All right, then we'll go with that. Yeah, apparently my microphone is not as good either. All right, when I play music, can you hear me like that? Is the sound all right? Is it coming from the laptop? Yeah, it's from the laptop mic. This one. I'm using my speaker right now. It's just directed in the way of the laptop mic. Yeah, it sounds good. All right, then let's go with that. Mm, so what I thought about doing today, because we have all those technical issues and stuff, I thought we could try to write something orchestral today, and we'll see how it goes. If we manage to write something helpful today, not helpful, something interesting today, then we can um, add some metal in it on the next stream. Hopefully I will have some um, better settings next time. I really don't know why it doesn't work, because um, even my sound guy said that it should be working with the settings that I have, but apparently I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's just something with my laptop. It's okay, yeah. So we've got 4 people in the room. I guess one of them is me because I'm sitting from another account on my phone. So it's a small group, but that's better because now we have a better chat. Um, so yeah, one of my ideas was to limit ourselves today. Um, what I was thinking about was we could choose specific letters and we can only use the instruments that start with those letters. I don't know if you would be interested in such a stream, but if you think that's a good idea, we can do that. So for example, we can only use the instruments that start from with the letters from A to D, and then we have to choose only those instruments and write something with that. What do you think? Um, I'm in because seeing the yeah for the yeah, we could actually use some cello. I think from A to D it would be actually hmm, that would be relatively easy because then we could use for the B we could use all the bass stuff like the bass guitar, bass drum, bass trombone, bassoon. We could use what else? Double bass. For the C we could use cello. We could use celeste. Um, what else? Choir. We could use choir. Um, for the D, we could use dulcimer, my favorite dulcimer. Again, double bass. Let's try it. Let's try it. If everyone agrees, then let's go for it. What do you think? All right, let's try then. Um, we've got more people coming in. Welcome to everyone who's new there. All right, let's try. So for those who just joined in, we will try to write an orchestral piece with only using the instruments that start with letters from A to D. So that will be a bit experimental. So the first plugin I have loaded up is already not useful for us because it's piano. um, let's see what we have here. So I've got cello. We've got um, these ones are a bit weird. We could use them for the background. It's trumpet fields. It's actually only for the texture. Some really weird sounds, but in some context you could use those. I hope you can still hear it well. um, we could use some synths because there are several that start with an A. I actually like this one a lot. Let's see. This one could be used. This one. This one has got some nice textures. I don't know if you can hear that, but wait, like this. Let's see what we got. There are not as many as I thought. Charango. Never used it in any song. Let's play some Wodruna with that. How was it? It was like that. So we could use some charango, but I don't know in which context yet. It's a bit too harsh. Let's see. We've got some sub bass. Don't think it will be useful for us. Dulcimer. Here's my favorite dulcimer. It sounds very similar to a song I know. It was actually Wodruna's Helvegen, if you listen to them. I really hope I won't get banned for the copyright claim. I don't think they will recognize the sound, the charango, so I think we will most definitely use the dulcimer, just because I love it. Has some great sounds in it. Let's play some Septic Flash with it. How was it? No, something's wrong here. Is there anything good on the scary string section? Let's see. If we are going for the latter instrument choice, then we won't be able to use it. But scary strings have some nice sounds too, but they're a bit more ambient. Where were they? Let's see. Scary strings. No, it's not the scary string. Yeah. Those are some really quiet instruments, but the sounds are really nice. Oh, I love how you can actually hear the bow on the violin somewhere here. Hmm. I think you can actually see only half of the screen. Wait a sec. Let me make myself a bit smaller. So you can see more. Even smaller. This one has got some really nice textures. Somehow I've never used it before, but it's really nice. It's really nice. Actually, I bought another library a couple of days ago because Black Friday and stuff. um, those are more appropriate for a solo project, I think. Yeah, it could be. Or we could use it as some sort of an interlude uh, in between the parts. I think it could mix up just nice. I actually really like those presets. It's cello, so we can use it because of the letter. That's some really gritty sound. Nice. I think we will use this one. You know what? Let's actually start composing now. Let's add some instruments when we need those. Um, oh, that one for sure for any theatrical pieces you might have. Yeah, I think I actually used this one somewhere. This preset, yeah. In my solo project for sure, but I don't think I released that track yet. Theatrical with voices, I mean. What do, sorry, I didn't really get you. Ah, you mean like for the like more like monologue parts, stuff like that. That could work. All right, let's load up some cellos. That's the first thing that comes to mind when you speak of those letters. And the preset that I use all the time, it's not a preset, but the articulation is spiccato. It's just like yeah, for those who play the instrument, they know it's just really short and intense way of playing the notes, uh, just like what you did on Soul. Yeah, I think it could really work with those parts. Um, so yeah, can you hear that? Is it loud enough? Let me know, because I don't have any monitor. Nice. So the way I start writing quite a lot of times is I do a track like that, and then I just start putting in some notes. For example, if we want to combine it with metal next time, then it would probably be useful if we write in D, because my guitar is in D and I can't tune it to anything else because of the whammy bar. So I guess let's do it in D. Let's see how it goes. Let's play something. What could we? Did you change the strings? No, unfortunately, I didn't have the time yet. But I will most probably do it next week. So we will be able to finally use some of that Jackson and Marcus Miller. I think we could actually use some bass on this one too, because it's in a bit better condition now. So let me know in the chat. Are you convinced by this riff? Should we continue writing this, or should I do something else? I'm not sure if I'm convinced. Let's just try to record it. Where's the metronome? I don't know what's going on with the settings today, but I guess the metronome doesn't have the right settings either. Yeah. Wait a sec. Hi Nick, I'm Meland from the Emerald Sword Club. Cellos of Longfield is a really great work. Thanks, man. Of course, I remember you. Thanks for adding me into the chat, by the way. It's really nice. And thanks, I'm really glad that you like the album. Let me know in the comments what your favorite tracks on the album are. It's for everyone. Just wait a sec. I think that the metronome settings are wrong as well. Don't know what's going on today. Let's see. Is it this one? Yeah, we've got metronome. On whom the sword shall fall. Oh, that's nice. On Whom the Sword Shall Fall was actually, I believe it was one of the first tracks we've written for Shadows of Longhill. I remember I was really inspired by Karahanren, especially their older works like Lamendam on that day, and I just wanted to write something very sympho-blackish. not really convinced by that. From the Ashes. Oh, that's an interesting choice. I'm glad you like that one. This one was also a bit controversial when we put it on the set list because it was very orchestral. It was actually like Stefan was mostly in charge of that song, and um, it was actually written in the beginning just as an orchestral piece, very heavily inspired by Gustav Mahler, by his symphonies, and only later on we decided to put it on the album. There was actually another song that was supposed to be instead of From the Ashes and Test of Will, I believe. We've written another song that was a bit weird, like not even a bit weird, it was really weird. And it was on the set list before those two. We wanted to combine the stories of both songs in that one track, but then we just decided almost last minute to replace it with From the Ashes and Test of Will, because we thought that that song was not good enough in comparison to the other ones in the set list, and it was really weird. Like the last part of the song was actually meant as a joke, and we thought that it would be just um, too much audacity if we released that. Will you release that one as a single on the next album? I'm not sure, to be honest, because as I said, we felt like it was a bit weaker than the other songs, and I'm not sure, like, the way it is now, I'm not sure if it's good enough to be released. But maybe we'll take some of the ideas from that track and really like re-record some parts and see what happens. Um, Maybe we will just send it out as a bonus uh, later. I don't know. We have to think about that. We actually have some really interesting tracks written for the next album, so stay tuned for that. I think you will like those. The next album so far sounds a bit. I think it's a bit heavier than this one. There are a bit less parts like in Watershed and confrontation. Like so far, I'm not saying I'm not saying it will be like that in the end, but so far there are more heavy songs and some of them are slower than Shadows of Lonely Hill. But I think you will like those. I've actually written a song for that album that I'm really proud of. It's in my opinion, it might be one of my best songs ever, and it's just a combination of everything I like in prog and everything I like in symphonic death and black metal. And it was actually one of those songs that I lost when my laptop broke in the beginning of the year. But I I have re-recorded almost a half of it. I think so. It's still a long way, and I still have to remember how to play the last part of the song because it was really complicated. um, but I will get there. I'll get there. This time I started re-recording it directly with the orchestra because on the first demo I only had the guitars and the drums, but no orchestra at all. And now I started re-recording directly with the full orchestra. Um, and I re-recorded the intro for it. It was a bit synthy in the beginning. Now it's fully orchestral. What kind of piece are we going to write now? What do you feel like? Should we write a more aggressive and fast track, or should we try something like House of Orchids kind of stuff? Something waltzy, or maybe something very slow and dark and melodic? What do you say? Chat. Oh, that sounds really interesting. Looking forward to it. Okay, keep playing now. Yeah, let me know. The way I begin a lot of tracks is doodling around with different rhythms. For example, here we have, wait. Whoops. Something good. That's kind of a cheat, probably. But I don't really consider it to be cheating. You can actually print in the notes that you want to be played. For example, if I choose, like I've chosen 1/8 now, and I can choose 1/32. I don't know how you say it. and I get this. um, I don't really consider it cheating because there's no real difference between this and actually writing notes. Because with like basically what you see here are notes, and it's just a notepad basically. So what we're doing is just writing. Let's see, what mood are you in? I'm actually quite peaceful now. If you feel aggressive enough right now, dark and aggressive. All right, it seems like you like something aggressive now. So let's try doing something like that. Let's go with that, I think. All right, seems like it works. Can you play something from Septic Flash? Well, the only thing I know from Septic Flash is this intro to Infernal Sun. I can play it both on guitar and on the keyboard. Wait a sec. I've got another preset. It's not piano. There's actually a preset that I really wanted to show you a bit later. Or maybe now, let's see. Haven't played it for a long time, don't really remember how to play this one. That's the only septic clash thing I know how to play. The preset I wanted to show you is I've actually bought another piano preset. It's from Spitfire, and I hope it will load up because usually it takes a long time to load up. And now I'm streaming, so my CPU is a bit tortured. But basically, it's an upright piano they recorded in Abbey Road Studios, I believe, and I think so at least. I'm not sure. Um, and the thing about it is, it's very old, the piano itself, and that's why it has a very, very characteristic sound. It has, like, you can really hear all those cracks in it, the pedal sounds, the hammers inside, and it can really sound disturbing if you play the right piece. um, so far it's loading up. The thing about Spitfire, I really like their sounds, but I feel like they have a problem with CPU because a lot of their plugins load up for some extreme amounts of time. For example, this is just a piano plugin, and look how long it's been loaded. Like there is this green thing that's blinking, and it actually shows you if the instrument is already loaded up or in process. And like we've been talking for about 2 minutes now, and it's still loading up. So yeah, but they've got some great sounds. The only other thing about Spitfire is that they don't really go loud. That's a weird thing to me because they're one of the leading companies now, and they don't really have that many libraries that allow you to go into this big orchestral realm. Most of their presets are usually very intimate and very detailed. Um, for example, of all of those ones that I've shown you, like the string ones and um, another piano, they also by Spitfire. Yes, now it's loaded up. How was it? I'm playing something wrong. I use Fruity Loops and the CPU goes up to 70%. Do you mean while using the program itself or while loading the presets up or generally? Just listen to this. The the darkness of the sound is just incredible. downloading 200 VSTs and presets. I'm just joking. Yeah. I don't know. My laptop is really not that productive, if you can say that. Like, first of all, I've got only the Elements version of Cubase, so it's not the full, like, they have the separation between Elements. Elements is like one of the cheapest versions of Cubase. Then they have Artists, I believe it's called, and then they've got Pro, and Pro is like the superior version of Cubase, and it's the most expensive one. And my version has a limitation for the amount of VST instruments you can add. I think it's about, I think it can be 24 tracks, and sometimes it gets really intense when when you actually load up 24 VSTs. My laptop can't handle it at all. Especially with the Spitfire plugins. If you add some of those, it can really break the system. But these ones are actually really good with CPU. Those are the Hyperion Strings from Soundion, and this choir. This one is also great. The Nucleus Orchestra is great with CPU too, and I've got some brilliant sounds there. I actually bought it for Black Friday too, but it's only a light edition at the moment. I want to cross-grade it to the beta version. Right now they only have ensemble patches, but in the beta, like in the full version, they also have separate sections. Like you can actually separate the cello, the basses, and everything else. Are you playing something specific? Because it sounds very familiar. It actually is like there is the soundtrack for Taboo, which is a waltz. This one. I really hope I don't get banned for for the how are they called, for the copyright. It was actually this one, but I just rearranged some notes in there. All right, let's get back to composing. Enough talk. That was a... Why are there so many notes there? I didn't play those. Wait, I'm still not convinced. We could try... I can't go to the viola section because we have the limitation about the letters. Yeah, that makes things a bit more complicated. We can try some arpeggios with the cello. Let's try. Okay. Don't like this section. Alright. I don't know how it will turn out, but let's see. turned it off. Let's go for that. I'm not sure how it will turn out. Still not sure about this idea. Let's copy it. Let's go for some triplets here. No, let's not go for triplets here. What? Here. Doesn't work. Let's go with that. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I'm not sure yet, but it might turn into something when we continue writing it. My laptop is already starting to die because of both VSTs and the streaming. What do you think? Should we leave it or should we write something else? What do you say? What do you feel is lacking? Mostly the writing process goes like that. I just sit there and try different combinations of the notes until something interesting pops up. We can use some All right, let's do. Up, too hard. Nope. What could we play over it? So good. So this is what we're playing here. So. All right, kind of like it. That was weak. Don't know how it will work. Let's see. Hi, I'm late. Shame on me. Sounds pretty dramatic already. Don't worry. So far, we have just experimented a little bit. I'll just explain what we're doing right now. It's not a usual songwriting stream in the end. We decided to write an orchestral piece only using the instruments that begin with the letters from A to D. So right now I'm writing a cello track. After that we'll add some other stuff that falls into the category. Wow, that was weird. Not sure about that. Let's try re-recording it again. No, wait. Let's transpose it. Let's see what happens. So like that, and then just scale it up a bit. That would work if we could use violin. But we can't. Let's go for the dulcimer. I feel like it could be a good replacement for the violin on that. Let's try with the hammered one. Come on, what's going on? Why is the mod wheel doesn't? No, why does the mod wheel not work? Ah, now. Let's see. Now that's a bit too fast. Let's slow down the whole track a little bit. No, that's not the one. Yeah. Let's go with 116 BPM. That's I don't feel like this melody line works. This could work. Yeah, now we're in the game. So now we can do the same. And here go for this. Let's see. Let's add some triplets in there. For some dramatic stuff. Maybe like this. Will it work? Will it not work? I have to make it a bit bigger. Nope. No, I don't like it here. I want to make it sound like there are a couple of notes before the actual note, so that it's like but it doesn't feel natural in this exact moment. Maybe here it could work. So it should actually start somewhere here. What do you think about this one? I think now it works a bit better. And we can add one more here. Not sure about this one though. Maybe like this. Nope. Not sure about this one. I think it. Let's try one more time with the full triplet there. And if it doesn't work, then no. What do you think about this one? I'm really not sure. Maybe we could make it a step further. Will it work like that? It's not that good. I don't think Hans Zimmer will hire me after this track. This one is a bit too loud. We have to change this one up, otherwise it will become a bit boring quite soon. like it, to be honest, but it's up to you, of course. I just felt like this, like when I did a triplet here, it felt a bit, I wouldn't say a bit too quick, but a bit too soon. I don't know how to explain it. It just felt a bit off to me. But let's see. Maybe we'll add some stuff like that later. Like no. I'm glad that you both like the track the way it is now. I think we should add some more instruments in there. Feels a bit raw to me now. I would actually use I would actually use a separate track for the for those quick spiccato runs on cello, because then we could make it a bit louder. Usually I would do it using a viola, but we can't use a viola now because of the rules. Because for cello, it's not the best range that we're using now. Cello is better with the low notes. Alright, now it sounds a bit better. Well, why did you do that to yourself? I don't know myself. Actually, it wasn't really my idea. There is a very good composer. He's actually a media and soundtrack composer. His name is Guy Michelmore, or Michelmore. I'm not sure how you pronounce it because both ways are grammatically correct, but there is only one way he pronounces his second name. And it was actually one of his ideas to limit yourself to, like, make certain limitations so that you can force your creativity. Like, for example, he said, like, for example, you could use, you could do the thing that we did today. Like, you can limit yourself to the specific letters. So today it's only 4 letters, so A, B, C, D. What it brings you is that because of this limitation, you start coming up with more creative solutions for what you would normally do. Like, for example, here I wanted to use a violin spiccato track, but because of that we can't use it. And instead I used the dulcimer, and I think it fits actually much better than the violin would. So I think it will work. I think it will work, but it's still a bit hard. He likes to live dangerously, apparently. That's all about my life. All about this danger. The other thing is, it's the first time that I'm writing music in front of other people. The last time I did that was back in the days of Loud and Proud, when we composed music while rehearsing, but that was like 5 years ago. So it's like my first time writing in front of somebody, so I don't know how it will sound in the end. Cheat and use violin. Nah, we have to push through that. We have to finish the track. Feels not so loud, but just as proud. That's true. So, how should we end this line? So on the cello, we go down. Do you actually hear the cars when they're passing by? Because I could also close the window if it bothers you. So the cello goes down, sometimes it's better to go up on another instrument when other instruments go down. So we could try to drive the track a bit higher than cello. So we could. That's my typical line, but I'll go for it. We could do the same thing here. Let's go for them triplets. Not actually triplets, but it's 64th. Whoops. Yeah, now it has a bit more dynamic feel to it. Let's make it louder. Yeah, now I like it. Let's just copy and paste it. Let's be the professionals and not re-record the same line. It was actually not intended to leave this place without sound, but somehow it felt so natural there. Maybe we should make a break after that. Now let's do it a bit later. I think now it's too soon. Yes, for the outro maybe. Do you mean leave out the notes here and make it the outro of the track? Because what I originally meant is that we didn't have this part there. Oops, not the full one. We didn't have this part, and it ended very, very abruptly. And here we could enter with the other instruments. But I think it's a bit too soon now. I think we should repeat the line again, because otherwise it's like 15 seconds in and we already have the break. I think we could really use some higher instruments here. The biggest problem is that most of the higher instruments are not allowed by the rules. So we have to create something else. Yes, I know. I personally like when one instrument is left to play the same thing as the outro. That's just me. Yeah, that's actually really cool when it's only one instrument remaining in the outro. I think we should do that. We will. Control C, Control V, the universal key. Yeah, that saves me so much time. I try not to do the copy paste with guitars and stuff, but with VSTs, you can always do that because you won't feel this in the bigger mix. Like the only reason why you would actually re-record the parts is because of those velocity changes here. But when you have a lot of instruments, you won't feel those. And if you really want to add something, then you can just do it like this manually. The other thing with guitars is that you can really feel when the track is played exactly the same as the previous one. So I try to record every part individually, but sometimes I cheat that too. It happens sometimes. Like if there is like rhythm guitar that just goes like Like, I don't know, something like this, like. Then you can actually copy and paste it because the intensity of each note is almost the same, so you won't feel the difference, but if you played it correctly the first time, you don't really have to re-record it. I think now is the time to do this. I think now we can leave the dulcimer alone. Now we could leave the dulcimer alone. And here we could enter with something else. I think we could really use some bass drums there to give it a bit more intensity. The first thing I wanted to do is add something higher here so that we have a better contrast. But I don't really know which instruments from A to D we could use for the higher sound. Let's see what we got. This choir is actually quite nice, but I don't think it fits the feel of the song. If you see anything that I miss, please tell me. I need an instrument that sounds higher than dulcimer. That would begin from A to D. What's with the charangas? I don't think it's the sound we're going for. The Arctic Swells. I think technically we can use it because even though the instruments themselves are not really don't really begin with A to D, but we've got Arctic Swells preset, so I guess it works. I like the sound. I don't know how it will work in the whole picture. Let's place it creepy. I like this one. Yeah, same here. The thing I like about Spitfire is that uh, even though they really have a lot of quiet sounds, most of them are very, very detailed. And when they're making creepy presets, they're really creepy. Like no other library will achieve this level of creepiness. Could have some cool fade in, fade out effects with this. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go with actually. I think we just need something to cover the high end of this part. We'll just try some chords. My laptop was already dying. Let's go with that. I like it. Another, if you are using Cubase, this is a thing that will save your life so many times. Even if you are not recording MIDI tracks, there is this incredible button there that's called Retrospective Recording, and if you press on that, you will find insert as linear recording. And when you're not when you are not actually recording in the project, for example, but then you think, oh, I really like this part, but oh no, you didn't record it. Then you can just press on that, and it will be actually saved in the memory of the computer, unless you press a stop button somewhere and then go back, then it will delete the file, but as long as you don't change anything, it should be there. And it saved me so many times, because sometimes you just improvise on the keyboard and you find a part that you really like, but you don't even know how to play it anymore because it was just an improvisation, and Cubase saves you that moment. Let's see how it sounds with the synth. Let's just change the modulation a little bit, because it was a bit too loud in the beginning. Let's just like that. I actually feel, I actually get some Viking vibes from it. I feel like we could go for something really Scandinavian here. We could make this a very simple rhythm on the bass drum, and then add all of those parts over it. I think that could really work. Then we could add some choirs in there, some really low male choirs. I think that would be some badass stuff. Let's see what bass drums I've got here. I've got the Spitfire Cinematic Percussion, but that's one of those presets that really take a lot of CPU. So if it starts breaking the project, I think I'll replace it with something else. Let's go with the lows. There should be some bass drums in there. I don't think they have separate ones. Well, that can really save. Well, Nick, I'm off. I said that you're already leaving, but thanks for joining. It was really nice to see you on the stream. Don't know about this rhythm. I was actually thinking about something more straightforward, like just for the... Wait, I'll just copy the instruments and then... No, that's not what I wanted to do. No. Please delete this. We could actually continue playing the synth alongside, because I really liked how it transitioned into in this part. We could continue with the same chord in there. I did it again. That's not what I want. And now I thought about doing something like this. What do you think about that? Should we leave it or should we delete it? Let's quantize it because oh, it was actually quite well played. I thought it would be a bit less than written. Maybe we should go even lower than that because I was using this one. And maybe I should use something else because I feel like it's a bit of a cheating because it's not really a bass drum, it's just low percussion, and this one doesn't sound like bass drum. Let's see what other percussion I have there. Percussion is actually my weak point because I don't really have a lot of percussive instruments here. I've got this one here. Which one was it? I think it was this one. No, it wasn't. It was the Power Strike. No, I don't know about that. Don't like the sound. Oh, maybe I have some percussion here. No, it's in Pani and Grand Castle, which actually could be like the bass drum. Let's see what we've got. That's actually some meaty sounds there. I'm not sure if it will work though. Does it even have a sound there? Ah, my bad. Sorry, it should be another note. It should be actually the low C. Let's just transpose it down a little bit. Nope, one more. Let's go for the climax here. We need some more. We need more bass drum. What do you think about that? I'm going for some Scandinavian type of feel there. Alright, I'll play the whole thing again. I just have to make this drum a bit louder. I feel like it's not loud enough. Maybe we could use some delayed start so that we can hear every note properly. But then I have to push everything back a couple of seconds. Like this. That's too early. Let's go like this. That's too loud. Right, let's play the whole thing again and see how it goes. What do you think? I'm actually thinking about using that drum instead. I know it's not exactly, it doesn't exactly work with the rules that we have, but I don't have a better bass drum, and this one doesn't seem right in the whole concept, I think. So I think it's alright if we just use another drum that's... Oh no! I made a mistake. We'll have to... This is actually one of those presets that I used in the beginning when we were writing Shadows of Long Hill, and that's exactly why I stopped using it, because it does this thing with Cubase and everything just goes like that. Wait a sec, I just have to render everything out now. Really sorry. Meanwhile, while I'm doing this, let me know, how are you there? What are you drinking now? What music have you been listening to today? Really sorry for this bug. It was a bit unexpected. I really like it, but I kind of feel like the low hits are getting lost because of the cello. Maybe that's only on my end though. Yeah, that actually could be the case. That could be the case. That could be because of the cello, because it actually plays really low there. And that's why I thought we might, it might be better if we use that other drum because it sounds a bit higher. I know it doesn't fall under the category, but I simply don't have a better drum there. um, Let me just pour some tea there. So, did it translate out? Let's see. Now we're good. That's the thing. Those presets that I've been using before, they do this thing with Cubase. It makes the screen smaller and everything works worse. I don't know why, but let's save the project just in case it doesn't work. How will we call the track? The Raven Vikings. um, yeah, now it's gonna lag for some time. Oh, come on. Now you can see my desktop. Some Opeth in there. I actually downloaded that. I don't know if you saw that, but I downloaded an app called Android Cam or something like that, and it actually allows you to stream the video from your phone to the laptop. So I actually wanted to use it for a stream, but now it wouldn't work because I use my phone for the comments there. But for the next time, if we have some other concept of a stream, I could really use it for the better quality of the video. um, let's just create another project. Set the metronome back to 116 and load the tracks. Will it work? Will it not work? Nice desktop, no complaint. um, Alright, it loaded really weirdly, but we'll work with that now. We don't have time to make it look better. I hope you don't mind the mess. We just have to load the plugins again. And that's exactly on why you shouldn't economize on the plugins too much. Because that was actually the plugin, one of the cheapest plugins I have that just messed up the whole project. They always have some problems with the UI. So we had the dulcimer. Let's get it in there. We had the spiccato strings. Hello. Yes. This is a feature that I absolutely love about this library because you can actually position your instrument in the room. And I haven't seen that used a lot, probably because usually when they record those libraries, they record them at specific places already. Like, for example, if you take Spitfire libraries, or even this one that I have here, Nucleus, they actually recorded the full orchestra in the room, and the instruments are already pre-positioned, but this library is a bit drier. I'm not sure where they recorded it, but it's probably quite a small room, and I think they recorded um, every patch separately. You can position it in the room. It's really useful, actually. Duplicate tracks. This one should be a bit louder. And then we've got the Arctic Swells. Where is it? Here. Did we have the Swells or the Decay preset? Or the Decay? Oh no, not this one. It was the Swells. Alright, then let's go with the Swells. Let's see how it sounds. I only have to replace the bass drum now. Thanks, by the way. I totally forgot which preset it was. Which one did I want to use in the beginning? I think it was... Let's just delete these ones. I think it was the cinematic percussion. Yeah. I think this one will work a bit better because it's a bit higher. So it will cut through the mix a little bit. But we have to transpose it. Like that. Did it work? No, not really. It's still too high. Too low. I think we have to transpose it even more. Yeah, now it's good. Everything got a bit louder, don't you think? George says, I felt the dulcimer was a bit too loud, the rest seemed balanced. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was a bit quieter, you're right. Let's try to fix it. This one seems a bit loud. fake bass drum. What do you think? I think it's a bit better now. I also had no idea what a dulcimer is until today. If I didn't know better, I'd say it's a cake recipe. Yeah, I actually found out about dulcimer from Daniel Licht, who was a composer for. Have you seen Dexter? Like, he was the composer for Dexter and also for the game Dishonored. He didn't compose for that many films or games, but the soundtracks that he did were amazing. Unfortunately, he died of cancer, I believe. And he actually used a lot of dulcimer. That's how I found out about it. Such a great instrument. Um, yeah, and the cake. All right, let's try to develop the melody here. So we've got this chord here. I think we could make it a bit longer, like maybe for, yeah, let's try like this. Kind of has a bit of a tribal feel when the drum kicks in. Yeah, that's what I wanted to go for actually. Um, um, I want this Wardruna feel in it. Because we really have a we really have a strict limit here for the instruments. Most of the instruments that begin with the letters from A to D are quite bassy, so we have to improvise with that somehow. I think we could go for even a longer note. Hmm. Right, let's just play separately. No, it was. Let's add some release to that. Let's go with that. Let's try the decay preset because this one stops a bit too soon. Yeah, this one goes for a bit longer. Let's try to do this decay. Yeah, and here we can continue like that. Let's just edit the modulation curve here because it overlaps a little bit. Just do it like this. What do you think about that? I think I would add some choir in there. Even lower. Some meaty choirs in there. Let's add some reverb. Wait a sec, I'll just close the window. Oh, thanks guys. I'm glad that you like those. Those beats. Thank you. Let's go with the choirs. It's too quiet. That's some meat. It's still very quiet, I don't know why. This bass isn't coming through because of all the other low instruments, but I feel like it needs to be there. Alright, I got an idea. Maybe like this. No, that's too loud. And maybe we'll have to switch off the reverb because it's really muddy. Are there any settings for the reverb? Aha, okay. We can maybe... Huh. There's no mix in there. That's weird. Wow, let's make a toilet choir. Look at this. They got a toilet preset. Some toilet Vikings for you. Let's go for the church. That's a bit too muddy again. I think we might have to go without reverb at all. Yeah, we can add some dissonance on the female choir later. What do you say if we repeat the same phrase one more time for everything? Like for this full part. I think it might work. Let's quantize it a little bit. Then let's go for it. Let's just... Yep. We just have to split this one again. It will separate the track. How should I go about it? Maybe like... Wait. Will it really delete the track? Yeah. Yeah, I'll just record it one more time, it's alright. The first thing that I don't copy paste in here. Whoops, this one should be... Ah, I did this again. So, what I played there was... No, it was... Was it higher? It was higher. Like this. It was the other direction, it was... Like this. Now we just have to glue these two together and add make some modulation changes like this. Why was it so quiet here? Let's just let's go like this. I quite like it. Let's add a female choir. I think it will work really well if we add some dissonance in there. That sounds nice. I don't know why, but um, it gets a bit quieter here. I think it's because of the modulation, because I copied it. Yeah, yeah. I just have to edit the modulation. Alright, let's go for the female one. Is it good enough? I'm not sure. Not sure about this one. What do you think? I'm not sure if it. Maybe we should make the voices a bit higher because the male choir is already quite low. The cellos are quite low. Um, blah blah says sounds epic. Thank you. um, maybe we should leave it like this. I don't know. Maybe we could. What we could. We could actually try another choir. Maybe it would work a bit better in the context because it's not as muddy as this one. Let's try this one. This one might work. I don't know. Let's try. Let's try with this one. What do you think? Which one is better? Let's give another one another listen. I think this one might be a bit better because it blends with the male choir a bit better because they were recorded together. This one, I'm not sure. Alright, Debbie says, I like it as it is. Yeah, I think let's just leave it like that for now. What I wanted to do is maybe try some legato choir. Probably female choir again. Which vowel would we try? Let's try this one on top of that. Maybe even from the beginning. It could blend with the Arctic swells. actually really liked it. What do you say? What is this? I actually thought about this instrument, talking about tribal music. I thought about this instrument. Um, it is used quite a lot in Scandinavian and Mongolian music. I don't remember how it's called. Maybe you remember. It's this small piece that you put in your mouth and then play a metal piece on one side, and it makes really specific noise. This one like pow pow, something like this. I forgot the name of the instrument, but I think it would work perfectly here. Unfortunately, I don't have it. Maybe leave the higher choir for last to make the build up more intense, unless you're not going for that. Sounded awesome though. Thank you. Do you mean I should probably leave it like this? Maybe you're right. Let's just give it a listen like this. You were actually right. You were actually right. I think it fits better like that. Thanks. um, that's a lot of choirs. Do you always use so many? No, actually not. I actually bought this choir after not from the beginning of the recording of Shadows of Lone Hill. I used it on a couple of tracks. On the first track, like on the um, In the Shade of the Crown. Then I used it on all the second half of the album. I believe in Watershed there were a couple of presets too, but I'm not sure. I think on the second half there were more of those. But I don't usually use so many. Sometimes I just separate the tracks. Like you could always use ensemble patches. Like you could have men and women on the same keyboard, on the same track. But I think that it's better for the mix if you separate those. So you could basically have this one and this one on the same track, but it just sounds a bit better when you separate those. And you can also fiddle around with the vowels. So for example, here I just use the stock ones just with the R sound, and you can actually use more, like you can make oo sounds, e sounds, something like that. And that's just a bit more useful when you combine those, like when you have one vowel for men and another one for women, because then the sound is not that monotonous. And the legato choir is just I use it separately because it has this glissando there, like this slide up to another note, which can't be reached on the usual preset. Like of course you can turn it on, but it won't be as smooth as on the separate one. After a quick Google, I think it might be called a mouth harp. That could be the case. I knew only the Russian name for that, but I forgot it too. The Norwegian plink thingy. Yeah, the one. Glad it worked well. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion. I think it's better now. Mm, let's see. Norwegian. Oh man, the mouth harp. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one I meant. It's actually a cool instrument. We actually have one of those back in Moscow. Never used it though. Yeah, I think we should come to an end with the stream soon because it's getting late here and I don't really have sound isolation here and I use my speaker, so it might get a bit loud for the neighbors. So I think either we write a couple more lines here or we just leave it like that for now and move on to Discord. As I promised, we can move to Discord now for a quick chat. What do you think? We will continue this track anyway at some point. I really hope that on the next stream I won't have problems with the plugin anymore, but I'm not really sure how to solve that. It may be possible that I'll have to continue using the speaker for the streams. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to, I don't know, download something again, or maybe try some other plugins. That's really weird that it didn't work. So what do you say? Should we leave it like this or add something else to that? That was actually quite productive, I think. Considering we only spent like an hour actually writing music, 1 minute, one complete minute of music is actually quite good. Where does it stop actually? I actually thought about now that we've finished this track, I feel like there could be a nice break if I left some synths there, like really pulsing sound, like. But I'm not really sure how I could achieve this with the sounds that I have. Let's see which plugins I have there for the labs. Which synths? No, that's not what I meant. Maybe it should be somewhere in the OPA. OPA should be experimental one. Nope. Oh, we could actually use some of these sounds for the more tribal feel. Because there are a lot of shakers and... I can't use it because of the rules. That's unfortunate. I actually really like this preset, it's really haunting. Somehow reminds me of the sounds that Second to Sun use, if you know the band. I know that Debbie knows the band. I think George knows it too. Not sure about the others. But sometimes they use synths like that. Kala says it's a good sounding result. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Spooky. Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure if it works well with the Raventhorn concept, but at some point we could really use those sounds. Yes, true. Keep them for when we reach that section of the alphabet. Yeah. Which one? Oh, which letter was that actually? It was the plug synth. So we have to Yeah, there are gonna be a couple of more a couple more rounds there, but there are actually some letters that are very hard to find instruments for. For example, like Q. There are not that many with starting with Q. Um, K, kalimba, but kalimba is like I don't have the presets. um, let's see. Oh, I love this music box. Such a beautiful sound. I used it on the outro of Omnes Una Manet Nox. And it's also a Spitfire plugin. Sounds great. Wait, wait. um, it was perfect in the album. Oh, thank you. We wanted something really subtle in the end that would recall it, like remind you of the melody in the beginning of the album, of the In the Shade of the Crown. Um, I don't know. The music box was the first one that came to mind. I think it was the most subtle we could go. Oh, I've got some cello presets here. Let's see. I actually had a really cool string preset here. I think it was this one. Had some really cool sounds. Some ambience for the end. um, Pizzicatos were kind of weak. Very dry. So yeah, what do you guys think? Should we leave the track at this place now? Um, what I actually thought about doing, I could actually render out what we've got for now, and if you join me on Discord, I could send it in the group chat so that you could listen to it in your free time if you want. Yes, please, Debbie says. Then I'll do that. um, so yeah, I think we can leave it here. Feels complete so far. All right, then let's. I think for today's stream we've come to an end. I'll try to fix the problems for the next time. The problems with the plugin for streaming. If it doesn't work, then we'll just continue with the speaker. I think it might get a bit too loud with the guitar if I use speaker, but then we could just start streaming a bit earlier, so that I don't piss off all the neighbors around. Yeah, I think we could actually turn it into a metal track afterwards. I feel it could work like that. And it might be a bit of a spoiler, but at some point of our concepts, we will need a Nordic track. Probably not for the next album, because we kind of have a story for the next album, but for the album after that, we even have an idea for that. There will be a bit more folk elements used, so we might use some Nordic ambience in there. So maybe we're already writing a track that will go on the album after the next one. Who knows? Let's just render it out. How are we gonna call it? What do you feel like calling it? Oh, we are planning ahead a bit too much. I like that. I don't know. I just really like how our stories are going so far, like concept-wise for the next album, and I thought that we could go with the next. We could go a bit even deeper with the next concept, and make it a bit more. Um, how could I explain it without spoiling it? um, it will be more historical, I think. I wanted to go, all right, I'll tell you this thing, like the next album is going to be more about the concept of Raven Cult, and the album after that is just an idea. I'm not sure about how we're going to make that, but we wanted to go into the history of Raven Cult. And I think it would just be interesting to go into different parts of the world and use the sounds from those parts of the world. For example, um, we would most certainly use some um, Viking kind of vibe in the songs. Probably something from the places we live in. I would really like to add some of the, I don't know, all the German and English music, like Middle Age kind of stuff. I think that would be really nice. How are we gonna call the track? The Depressed Viking. Sounds a bit like that. The Depressed Viking. Let's see. Go for it. We can change it later anyway. Yeah, that's true. But we always try to create some memorable track names for the even before they're made. Um, actually, imagine something like a thing in Darkwood or Dark Streets. Maybe that's an inspiration for the file name, or just live songwriting in the Darkwood or Dark Streets. Um, I feel like the Darkwood resemblances there. uh, Depressed Viking in the dark wood. Depressed Viking in the dark wood. In the dark wood. Let's call it NA2. Oops. That's actually, I think, like we started using this abbreviation with Stefan long ago. Like NA is actually a new album, but we only started using it for Shadows of Lone Hill. So NA2 is actually not the second album, but the third album. But we're still using this abbreviation. Or Or maybe I should use it as an ST soundtrack, because then I will know that it's not the metal part yet. Let's go with it. And I'll send the track on Discord. Misty Swirls or Shimmering Spirits, or something with creepy wintry motifs. I actually really like the name Shimmering Spirits. Has a nice vibe to it. Depressed Viking is more original. Yeah, it's just a work name for now. Let's go to our Discord channel. Who will join me on Discord after the stream? I think I'm just gonna go grab some food, because I haven't eaten for a long time. And then I will join the channel too. Let's see if we can send the track. I remember I tried sending Debbie another track, and oh, that was, by the way, the art of my... Where was it? I lost it. No. That was, by the way, the cover art of my new solo track. So if you haven't listened to it yet, check it out. What did I want to do? I wanted to send the track. Depressed Viking. It was an ST. Depressed Viking. Yeah, here we go. Only an MP3, unfortunately, because the WAV files are a bit too hard, too heavy for Discord. It is me probably after getting some cookies. Yeah, I get those cookies. Gonna grab some food as well. I don't have account there. Oh, that's sad. Well, yeah, maybe if you make one later, I could send you the link if you want, of course. Sometimes we'll just have some Discord chats there, usually after the streams. I actually had an idea for Discord. I've heard somewhere that you can actually stream some films on Discord. I think you can have video connection on Discord. And if it's really the case, if you can really stream films on Discord, I wanted to suggest you to watch something together. Maybe like a horror movie or something like that. I think that would be really cool. If you're into that, of course. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your message there. It's weird, but I'm not getting the notifications from my own channel. Like I get notifications from the other 3 channels that I'm subscribed to, and I don't get the notifications of my own channel. That's weird. Maybe I'll just... Yeah, it's actually written that I have the bell turned on. I don't know. That's weird. I'd like that. Sounds like a fun hang. Yeah, I think we'll just do it. I think we should schedule it for some day. The only problem is I'm not really sure how you can really how you can do it. Like I know that you can use the video chat here, but yeah, we'll just try it out. Have you downloaded the Discord app? No, not yet actually. I've always been using the browser version. I should do it. I will do it in the break between the stream and the Discord chat. So yeah, guys, I think I'll just save the project here. And then that's how I get the notifications. Yeah, I actually get the notifications for the other channel directly on my email, but not from my own channel. I don't know why. I'm gonna download the app. Look at how many projects we've got. These ones are actually empty. Those ones are just the ones that I've started but didn't finish writing. But these ones are all in progress. Here we've got some tracks from Shadows of Lone Hill. Here's the Virtues of the Beast cover, In the Shade of the Crown. Let's just save the other one. Now we're good. Okay, that's weird. Yes, downloaded. Yeah, I will do it in the break. Can you do it directly from the page? I don't think so. Yeah, I'll just do it. So yeah, guys, I think that's it for today's stream. Thanks to everyone for joining. If you want, you can join me on Discord in a couple of minutes. You can actually start the conversation whenever you want. We will probably be... Where do you want to be? Do you want to be in the House of Orchids or in Blackwood? Yeah, I'll be there in a couple of minutes and we'll continue there. And for everyone who can't join us there, there will be more streams later. We will continue writing this track, and yeah, I will announce the next streams at some point. It was fun. Thanks for joining, guys. That was really nice to hang with you, to write music with you. That was an unusual experience for me because, as I said, I never write music in front of anybody, so that was a unique experience. And I'm actually glad with how it turned out because, as you remember, I wasn't really satisfied with the idea in the beginning, but then it kind of transformed into something better. And for those who want to join me and the others on Discord, I will send the link now on our YouTube channel. This is how you can join the channel. Oh, I'm actually getting the comments quicker on my own chat box than on the phone. That's weird. Thanks to give us an insight to your songwriting work. Pleasure. I'm glad that you liked it. And yeah, I think we'll just continue doing that in the future. It was a really nice experience. I hope the sound wasn't too bad. I'm surprised that the laptop microphone was so much better than I expected. So yeah, guys, I think we'll end the stream here. And I'll be waiting for you on Discord in a couple of moments. Probably in the... Let's go with Blackwood this time. Last time we were talking on House of Orchids. Originally, I thought about making 2 voice channels. One would be for the chats that we will record for the YouTube channel and like just some celebrations and some that sort of stuff. And Blackwood would be like the main place together because concept-wise it was like Blackwood was this city of Ravencald and House of Orchids was more of a royal thing, if it makes sense. So I think I will be waiting for you in Blackwood. Thanks for the stream, guys. It was really nice with you. I hope I will see you on the next one. Yeah, join me on Discord in about 20 minutes, I think. Maybe 10. Let's see how quick I am. Thanks for joining. That was really nice. Have a nice evening. Thanks. See you in Blackwood. See you there. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming. See you guys. Cheers.